My dear people of southern Cameroons, my dear people of Ambazonia, accept revolutionary greetings from me today, Comrade John Ba Akuro. My people, I really did not intend to have this communication today, but something touched me. Something touched me real bad. I really felt moved and inspired like I've not been in a very, very, very long time. And so I told myself I must not stay quiet today. I really would have uploaded this video clip, and allowed you to watch and make your own judgment. But I felt all the same that it makes a lot of sense for me to come on here and say a little thing before introducing this video. It's just 5 minutes long, so that when you watch it, you understand what I've always talked about here, what I've always mentioned, what I've always insisted on as being the power of determination. My dear people, when you fight for the flag and nothing else of the southern Cameroons, there is every reason why you take some personal actions whenever the opportunity presents itself. There will be no group coloration. There will be no political colorations and honor to what you do. You are doing something for the people. You are doing something for humanity. You are fighting for generations upon generations of southern Cameroonians to come. So you are going with a clear and contrite mind, just to touch the hearts of authorities around the world and to call their attention to what is happening in the southern Cameroons. For the first time, a media house of another country did not just talk about the situation in the southern Cameroons, like do a special report on it, but they actually found the opportunity to refer to it as a genocide. This is what we have not heard in a lot of the very powerful media houses around the world. But this, our sister, Lillian, who has been in Australia since 2009, saw her opportunity at a press conference where the Australian Prime Minister Scott Morrison was talking to the press. And after that, the least moment of indiscretion, she dived to his feet, went on her knees and wept and cried and touched the heart of the Prime Minister, whom we saw genuflect with her and talk to her directly. And that action did not go unnoticed. It moved everyone, even the Australian press, that they decided not only to talk about what Lillian did there, but to find out what actually is happening in the southern Cameroons, and they put together this very beautiful report. This is why I say one-man army, unparalleled results. Let me give each and every one of us the opportunity to savor this beautiful report that only happened because of what Lillian did. Lillian, you are my hero today. You are my star. Just take a watch.
How far can we humans go to save our loved ones? This pandemic has shown us that there is no end really. We have left no stone unturned in helping our loved ones who are battling to breathe as healthcare systems crumble to their knees. And then there are some who are falling on their knees in front of a foreign leader, in front of the whole world, in fact, for the sake of their family. Our story begins in Australia. Prime Minister Scott Morrison was addressing the media in a city called Rockhampton. After the press conference, a woman approached Morrison and fell to her knees. Look at this.
There's a genocide going down. Yes. I've lost all of my family. Yeah. I have no family left. We don't have it. Everybody will die. Help me. Help me. Help me.
I've got my team here and Michelle's team's here.
Yeah, I've got Michelle.
Yeah.
I haven't talked to her about they haven't done anything. Every day my people are being killed.
Yeah.
I go through trauma every day. Help me.
Well, we'll do everything. We're bringing many people across under our refugee program from Africa, so we are doing that. And if there are family members or others who are part of that process, I know Michelle will pursue those matters with the Immigration Minister, okay?
The woman you saw, her name is Lillian. She's from Cameroon. She left her home country in 2009 and she's been living in Australia since. But back in Cameroon, her family is in danger. Lillian has already lost 8 family members, and thousands of miles away from home, she says she's living through trauma every day. She says there's a genocide in Cameroon. So why is no one talking about it? Let's find out.
Sandwiched between Nigeria, Chad, the Central African Republic, Equatorial Guinea, Gabon and Republic of the Congo is the country of Cameroon. Nicknamed Miniature Africa for its multiculturalism. Cameroon is home to 26 million people, speaking 24 different languages. But diversity can sometimes be disastrous. The people of Cameroon know this far too well. Today, this Western African country is caught in multiple conflicts. In the far north, attacks by Boko Haram have become a daily affair. People are being killed and kidnapped. Their property and lives are being destroyed. In the southwest, there is an Anglophone crisis. English-speaking Cameroonians make for 20% of the country's population. Many of them feel marginalized. Their demand for federalism has turned violent. And civilians in the region are caught in the crossfire between the Cameroonian armed forces and the separatists. Cameroonian forces have been accused of extrajudicial killings and unlawful detention, both in the west and the north. Between the 17th and 20th of January 2020, security forces destroyed 50 homes in northwestern Bali. Several people were killed, including the specially abled. 21 civilians were massacred in a separatist area in Garbu last year, following which the United Nations called on Cameroonian government to respect international laws. This is Cameroon's president, Paul Biya. He is 88 years old and has been in office for nearly 4 decades. In 2018, when Cameroonian soldiers were caught on camera killing 2 women and 2 children, Biya's government dismissed the video and called it fake. A trial, and 2 years later, the same soldiers were found guilty of murder. Paul Biya is nowhere in the picture. In fact, he barely makes public appearances anymore. They say there is only one thing the leader is interested in, that is remaining in office till death, and handing over this throne to his son. As we speak, the people of Cameroon are being brutalized by terrorists and armed forces. The situation is dire, and most of us would not have learnt about it had it not been for this woman's desperate appeal.
I'm just one in this country, I'm alone in this country. I can't go home to visit the family.
Well, Michelle,
My brothers have been killed.
okay. We'll get Michelle here to help you, okay?
Thank you.
Okay,
Thank
okay,
you.
okay.
Okay, thank you, thank you.
It's okay. No, you don't need to do that. We'll get...
Bureau Report, We On. World is One.
We are
So, my people, we all see for ourselves. This beautiful report we have just watched on the situation in the southern Cameroons was only made possible because Lillian, our sister, who has been in Australia since 2009, at least, is it 8 years? Yes, 8 years before this phase of our struggle started. But Lillian has not remained indifferent. None of us had ever heard talk about Lillian. She doesn't claim to be leader of anything. She isn't even one. But Lillian saw her golden opportunity and she decided not to let it sleep. What Lillian did is what has now attracted the attention of not only the government of Australia, because she did it at the highest level. The Prime Minister of Australia is like the President of Australia, because after him is just the Queen of England, who's just a ceremonial leader of the Commonwealth of Nations. So, in short, Lillian had her golden opportunity to meet the #1 man, the strongest person in Australia, and she didn't miss it. And she scored home. And we saw the Prime Minister completely overwhelmed. He couldn't bear it. And he genuflexed with Lillian. Just send it to her level. That is an act of not just humility but leadership. And he promised to look into the situation. But the media moved ahead. That's why we are seeing this report. And this has gone viral across the world. They refer to it as we have always done, as a genocide. My people, let us continue to gird our loins. Let us continue to put in all our energy. Let us continue to devote all our attention to the flag of the Southern Cameroons. Like one man, let us continue to support the struggle, not individuals, not groups. Let us continue to lend support where it is deserved, my people, and let us continue to believe in this God-ordained struggle, because we will be independent. I say independent. I've not said we will have some kind of federal union. No. I've not said we will have some kind of confederate union. No. I am saying we will be independent, absolute independence. The ball is in our court. This struggle is ours to lose. We only will lose this struggle if we decide not to pay attention to the flag, not to maintain our eyes on the prize, the big prize, which is Boya, but go ahead fighting sub-fights, sub-plots, and all of those things. It wouldn't take us anywhere. I want to congratulate all and sundry who continue taking personal striking actions like the one we just saw Lillian take. You are doing a marvelous job. History is taking note. And generations upon generations of Southern Cameroonians will remember your name. Let us keep the faith alive. To God be all the glory. Thank you.